Hi, everyone, and welcome to episode 3 of Elephants in the Room. I'm Chipper, your host for today, and thank you for joining me. This series tackles controversial, overlooked issues in the workplace to help foster healthier and more inclusive work environments. Last week, we dug into psychological and physiological impacts of job applications. We discussed how job hunting affects our minds and bodies, leading to issues such as anxiety, depression, and sleep disorders. We also shared strategies on how to manage these impacts and encouraged you to share your experiences. I hope you found the second episode insightful and helpful. Please do let me know in the comments. This week, I'm going to actually touch on two crucial areas that have been requested by you, the listener. Those two are identifying trigger mechanisms during the job hunt process and transparency in hiring. We'll look at job description accuracy, overqualification, and ghosting. So let us start with identifying trigger mechanisms during the job hunt process. Trigger mechanisms are specific situations or stresses that initiate a stress response during the job hunt. These include multiple rejections in a short period, looming application deadlines, or long periods of unemployment. Recognizing triggers is crucial for managing stress effectively and also maintaining mental health during the job process. Common trigger mechanisms include receiving rejection emails, not hearing back after interviews, tight job applications, and financial pressures. Each of these triggers can cause significant stress and anxiety, making it harder to stay motivated and focused on the job search. The impact of these triggers on job seekers is profound. It leads to increased anxiety, feelings of inadequacy, and even depression. A study by the University of Manchester found that repeated job rejections significantly lowers self-esteem and increases feelings of hopelessness. One of the white elephants in identifying triggers is the stigma that is associated with people admitting stress or emotional struggle during the job hunt. Many people feel that they need to maintain a brave face, which prevents them from seeking the help that they need. This stigma can exacerbate stress and also delay effective coping strategies. To manage triggers, it's important to develop a proactive approach. This can include setting realistic job search goals, practicing mindfulness and relaxation techniques, seeking support from friends and family, and taking regular breaks to recharge. By acknowledging and addressing these triggers, job seekers can better manage their stress as well as maintain a positive outlook. Remember, knowing and managing your triggers helps you to navigate the job hunt process with confidence. If you identify and manage your triggers, it will help you to maintain a positive outlook during your job hunt. The second thing that we'll look at is transparency in the job hiring process, specifically on job description accuracy. This refers to how well a job advert reflects the actual duties and responsibilities of a position. Accurate job descriptions are crucial because they set clear expectations for prospective employees, and it helps them to determine if they are a perfect fit or a good fit for the role. According to LinkedIn, 61% of professionals have found that the actual job did not match the job description. There is therefore a clear need for job descriptions to be clear and concise in order to have successful job hires. The white elephant in the job descriptions is the tendency of some companies to embellish or oversell roles to attract more candidates. This includes exaggeration of growth opportunities, understating workloads, and omitting the less attractive aspects of a job. These practices result in high turnover and dissatisfaction. Common issues associated with job description accuracy include outdated information, overly broad descriptions, and a failure to highlight the essential tasks on the JD. These inaccuracies can lead to misunderstandings about the role and create frustration for both the employer and the employee. For prospective employees, inaccurate job descriptions lead to misplaced expectations and job dissatisfaction. When the actual job differs significantly from the description, Employees feel misled and undervalued, which affects their performance and job satisfaction. A Glassdoor survey found that 23% of employees have left a job because it is not what they expected it to be based on the job description. For employers, inaccuracies in job descriptions can lead to higher turnover rates, increased recruitment costs, and lower employee morale. In the recruitment industry, this practice can damage a company's reputation and make it harder to attract top talent. Recruiters therefore must ensure that job descriptions are transparent and accurate in order to build trust with potential hires. To address these issues, companies should regularly review and update job descriptions to reflect the actual duties and responsibilities of the role. Involving current employees in the process actually provides valuable insight. Additionally, companies should also be transparent about the challenges of the position in order to set out realistic expectations. If we train our hiring managers and recruiters on best practice for writing job description, it will definitely improve accuracy, transparency, and a good hiring process. Remember, accurate job descriptions build trust and satisfaction. Where there is transparency in job description, you will definitely attract the top talent. The next issue that has been requested by you, the listener, is overqualification. This occurs when job seekers possess higher qualifications or more experience than the job requires. It leads to issues such as job dissatisfaction, high turnover rates, and a mismatch between employee expectations and job responsibilities. Overqualification is a significant concern in today's job market, where many highly skilled individuals are applying for positions well below their expertise level due to economic pressures. The white elephant with regards to overqualification is the assumption that overqualified candidates are always a poor fit for a role. This bias can prevent highly capable individuals from being considered for positions where they could actually excel and bring valuable experience to an organization. Employers also fear that overqualified employees might demand a higher salary or be difficult to manage, further contributing to their reluctance to hire them. Common issues associated with overqualification include employee boredom, lack of engagement, and feeling undervalued. Overqualified employees often find the work unchallenging and unfulfilling, leading to decreased productivity and morale. Additionally, employers may worry that overqualified candidates will also leave as soon as a better opportunity arises, and it makes them quite hesitant to actually hire these individuals. On the flip side, did you know, employers, that overqualification can be a hidden gem in your hiring process? For prospective employees, being overqualified leads to significant frustration and a sense of being undervalued. It is quite disheartening to be passed over for roles because of perceived overqualification, especially when they're willing to take on the job and they've applied for it. This results in prolonged job searches, financial strain, and decreased self-esteem. For our employers, the reluctance to hire overqualified candidates results in missing out on top talent who could actually bring substantial benefits to the organization. In the recruitment industry, this bias can contribute to a narrower pool of candidates and increased difficulty in fulfilling roles. Employers may end up with less experienced hires who require more training and, worse still, may not perform as well as thought. So, to address these issues of overqualification, employers should focus on the potential benefits of hiring overqualified candidates, such as their extensive experience and ability to mentor others. It's essential to have open and honest discussions about job expectations and career growth opportunities. Additionally, you could offer challenging projects or additional responsibilities to help keep an overqualified employee engaged and satisfied. If we train our hiring managers to recognize the value of overqualified candidates, it will help them to evaluate their motivations and fit them into the role that they would actually be an asset to a company. Remember, overqualification should not be viewed as a curse. It is an opportunity and not a drawback. What do you think about employers embracing overqualification to unlock hidden potential? The final request that came through is job ghosting. Ghosting in the job market refers to practice of employers practicing the skill of not responding to applicants after the initial contact. This leaves candidates in limbo and causes significant stress and uncertainty. A survey by Indeed found that 75% of job seekers have been ghosted by potential employers, leading to frustration and disillusionment. This has happened to me many times. No response after an application. Ghosting is a silent killer of the employer's reputation. The white elephant in the job is the belief that employers do not need to communicate with rejected candidates. The mindset ignores the impact on job seekers' mental health and overlooks the importance of maintaining a positive employer brand. Additionally, ghosting creates a perception of unprofessionalism and lack of respect for applicants. Common issues associated with ghosting include the lack of communication from an employer, unclear hiring timelines, and insufficient feedback or late feedback. The lack of transparency creates a negative experience for job seekers, making them feel undervalued and ignored. For the prospective employee, ghosting to them leads to feeling of uncertainty, stress, and frustration. It affects their confidence and motivation, making the job search process very challenging, even more challenging and difficult. According to a Career Builder survey, 68% of candidates believe that the experience they have during the hiring process reflects how the company will treat its employees. So, for employers, ghosting damages your reputation and it makes it harder to attract top talent. It leads to negative reviews on job search websites, further deterring potential candidates. In the recruitment industry, ghosting contributes to a lack of trust and transparency, and it makes the hiring process for you less efficient and less effective. To address these issues of ghosting, employers should establish clear communication channels and timelines for responding to candidates. Providing timely and constructive feedback, even to rejected applicants, is good. It improves the candidate experience and builds a positive employer brand. Remember, communication. Communication by employers is key to maintaining a positive candidate experience. Where there is clear communication, we build trust and enhancement of your employer brand. That's it for today. Thank you all for tuning in today to the episode of Elephants in the Room. We've covered quite a lot today about identifying trigger mechanisms during the job hunt and the importance of transparency in hiring. As usual, I have some questions for prospective employees. Have you experienced increased stress levels during the job application process? How do you feel when a job description does not match the actual job? Have you ever felt overqualified for a position that you applied for? I also have questions for prospective employers or recruitment agencies. How do you ensure job descriptions are accurate and up to date? What measures do you take to avoid bias in job ads? How do you handle overqualified candidates during the hiring process? What is your process for communicating with applicants even when they are not selected? How do you address feedback to candidates or feedback from candidates who feel ghosted or misled? Please share your experiences in the comments below. Your insights are invaluable, not just to us, but to others navigating similar challenges. If you're interested in being a guest on our podcast, discussing your experiences and insights, please DM me or comment podcast guest below. Thank you so much for being a part of this journey today. Let's uncover the truth in the workplace and support each other through the process.